G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to have a look at Wltoys' latest offering in their lineup. This is their 1/12 scale Desert Buggy. Now this is brushless and it's called the 124028. As you can see on the box, it says 60 kilometers an hour plus top speed. Now it does run on a 45 amp brushless ESC and also has a 2852 2800 kV motor. So if you want to have a look at this in the description below, guys, there'll be a link to makerfire.com. Go check it out. If there's any coupon codes, they'll be in the description as well. So let's get out of the box, guys. Let's have a quick look at what we get with the new 124028 Desert Buggy, and then we'll take it for a bash test. Alright guys, well as usual we get with Wltoys a user manual with a parts list and exploded diagrams, the standard USB charger for the 2S battery and a wheel wrench. Alright, so here's a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter that comes with most of the Evas, so you can drive one-handed. Does have that phone mount if you want to take videos, and this one takes AAA batteries, not AA's on the bottom. You need 4. And yeah, just your standard throttle trim and steering trim. Alright, so here is the 124028, guys, and as you can see, it's a 1/12 scale, pretty much based on their 124018 that they released a couple of years back, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago actually. And it also looks very similar to the rlaarlo AMD12 that was released a couple of years back, but this one has a bunch of lights. We've got an LED bar there, a couple of spotlights here. Obviously we've got the headlights as well as some side lights here in the shape of the number 7, and even a tail lamp as well. So yeah, lights all around, and we've got some neat little side pipes here as well. Now the tire compound feels pretty decent. There's a lot of grip on these tires, as you can see, and it seems like they got a decent amount of foam in them as well. The diffs feel pretty loose. I think they've got some grease in them this time compared to years ago with Wltoys. They were lacking in the grease. And on this model we've got thicker CVDs on this model, which is good to see. Got the you know, tie rod ends that are adjustable for camber and tow. Oil filled suspension, of course, front and rear. And once again on the rear we've got thick dog bones as well. All right. Now on the bottom here you can tell this metal chassis is unchanged from all those earlier models that have been released before this one. Just your standard Wltoys 124 chassis. Same goes for the swing arms. They're all unchanged from the previous models. So parts availability ain't going to be an issue. Now on the back here you can see we've got a full-size spare, but it's filled with air. There's no foam in them like the rest of the car, so I'm not too sure why Wltoys did that. Obviously in their factory they got a separate bin or container with these spare tires than what they do with the ones that they put on the car, so that's really weird. I'm not too sure why they did that at all. They're not saving much on foam, I don't think, but anyway. We've got a wheelie bar on the back as well. Okay, so once you remove the 2 body clips on the hood here, the whole shell just swings back, and just here we've got our light control, and as you can see it's all reinforced cage just under there. Now here is the electronics, guys. We got a 45 amp ESC, the 2852 2800 kV motor, and your standard 2200 milliamp hour 2S battery. But other than that, guys, underneath is exactly the same as the previous 1/12 scale models from Wltoys. They use the same servo, and the chassis brace and everything else is the same, even the battery location. Alright guys, well that's enough talking about the new 124028 and its specs. Let's take it out for a bash and have some fun with it. Well, before I take the 124028 for a bash, I'm going to do a quick speed test on both the standard 2S, and I've got a 3S in my backpack. So we zeroed out. We'll see if it can get the 60. Okay, that's going on this basketball court. There's like a 1 second delay when I hit the brakes on the transmitter to when it actually slows down. Seems plenty fast on the 2S with a 2800 kV motor. It's not very high kV. Decent. It's standard 2200 milliamp 2S. Right, let's put the 3S in it and then we'll take for a bash. Okay guys, going for the 3S speed run and zeroed out again. Now it's got a 3000 milliamp hour Ovonic 3S in there. See what we'll get on 3S. We got 60 though on the 2S. Which is pretty good. Pretty quick on the 3S. Okay. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay in that brake. I'm not liking that. It's about a second delay, which is unfortunate. Stock got 70 k's an hour, so an extra 10 k's an hour on the 3S. They did claim 60 plus kilometers an hour on the box, so yep, that's pretty decent, guys. All right, I'll take a screenshot of the mile per hour for the 3S run. And let's go take it out now and bash it on the sand track behind me here. Have a bit of fun with it. All right guys, let's take it for a bit of a bash. I've got the 3S in it. I decided to keep that in there because it's a higher milliamp hour Lipo. Now initially I wanted to take it to the BMX track, but when I went past there was quite a few people down there, so this is the next best thing around this area anyway. Yeah, having that delayed brake makes air control a bit hard. Got like a 1 second delay. Then I hit the brake and yeah, just that delay makes it very hard to bring back. So I'm pretty disappointed about that actually. Seems to be liking to land on its roof. Definitely got enough power, that 2800 kV motor. Could do with that dual rate for the steering too. Steering's pretty sensitive. Not having a dual rate to turn that down. But that's typical Wltoys fashion. They haven't really changed much over the years and they don't seem to listen to their customers or even reviewers about improving their product. I mean, it's not a bad truck or Desert Buggy, but really it's nothing really different from what's already out there from Wltoys. Okay, well it's cut out on 3S. Maybe it's overheated, I don't know. It has cut out on me. Lost all power, so I'll see what the go with that is, and maybe I'll have to put the 2S in it. I think it's overheated. Let's see how hot that motor is. Yeah, that motor's pretty hot, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna swap out this Ovonic 3S. Even the battery's pretty warm. I'm gonna put the standard 2S in it. I might have to give it a little bit of a break in between. Right, guys, I'll put the 2S Lipo in it. I'll let it rest for a couple of minutes and back in action. Let's see how manageable it is on the 2S. I've got to trim it up again slightly. See if there's a little bit more better on 2S. Let's see if I can land more jumps on the standard battery. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Doesn't seem to last too long on 3S before it actually cuts out and overheats. As you can see, I wasn't running on 3S that long, but by the look of it so far, 2S is a bit more manageable. More than enough power actually. I just thought I'll try 3S out. I'm not liking that delayed brake. Even on 2S, has a slight delay in the braking, which was the opposite problem what they had years ago with the version 1. Their very first brushless buggies and desert trucks. The, what was it, 124016 version 1, they had the opposite. The delay was from taking off, from a standing start. But now, seems like the delay is in the braking by about a second. See, I pressed the brake just then, just to level the car out, and it didn't react at all. But saying that, it's a pretty fun desert truck. Just needs some finer things, like maybe swap out the transmitter and receiver with a Dumbo RC. Should eliminate that issue of the delay. I managed to bring that. You got to plan ahead by about a second what you're going to do with the brake. It seems a little bit bouncy. I don't know if there's enough oil in these shocks. Doesn't seem as planted as previous models. It's not bad, but I think they might have used either not enough oil in these shocks. I'm yet to open them up and have hit this stick and it flipped over. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the delay of you're trying to level out the truck on, you know, a jump. You got to plan ahead, but by the time you hit the jump, it's sort of like it's a little bit too late sometimes. Okay guys, well, that's either overheated again on the 2S or we're out of battery. I'm thinking that being the 2200 milliamp hour, it's that's LVC. So anyway guys, look, that's the test run and review of the new 124028 from Wltoys. My thoughts on this desert truck, you know, it's okay, but it's not great. You know, Wltoys hasn't really improved anything with this new model. They've added a bunch of lights. Yes, it's got lights like a Christmas tree, but you know, it just sort of ruins the fun for me, guys. To rectify that problem, you know, you're going to probably have to change your transmitter and receiver. And if that still persists, you're going to have to change your ESC. So yeah, it's a shame that the brakes have got like a second delay. Not having a dual rate for the steering too, you know, you're stuck with the way the steering response is, which is, you know, it's pretty quick, but it could do with a steering dual rate, just so you're not doing too tight a turn when you're trying to straighten it up. So yeah, if you're interested in having a look at this, there'll be a link anyway, guys, in the description. I'll leave you guys to judge whether you think this is a worthy purchase or not. Now, I have mentioned a couple of the issues, one being the transmitter delay for the braking, not for the throttle. The throttle is good, it's just the braking, as well as the oil-filled shocks here. I'm not too sure if they've used really lightweight oil or haven't topped them up to the maximum level that they should be, because it is a little bit bouncy, which, you know, their previous models, they rectified that. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think Wltoys, they've tried to come up with a new model here, but they haven't really improved anything over what we've already seen from them, you know. So yeah, you know, with the likes of MJX and rlaarlo bringing out pretty premium products over the past year or so, I think Wltoys has got to start listening to the reviews on YouTube as well as their customers, and start improving their RCs a bit better, rather than just making a new design shell on a very standard, you know, common chassis that's been used for the past, what, 4 or 5 years now, and just chucking a bunch of lights on it and hoping people will buy it. So anyway, guys, overall performance is pretty decent. You know, it's definitely got enough power to have a bit of fun. You know, maybe this area wasn't exactly the best location. I mean, the track has deteriorated a bit. This would probably go better on a skate park or a BMX track, which I did intend to take it to today, but like I said, there was too many people on the track. So anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is the review of the new Wltoys 124028. Catch you next time, guys.